Viewers, my name is Zach Hardy, and this is another vlog. I know I don't tend to do these very often anymore, but I feel like it's pointless to just get on a camera every single day and tell you something that's not new, nor has anything been new for a week prior. So I'm just going to do it when I have big updates or some big news to talk about. And just to get some things out of the way, to get some things made very clear, especially since I haven't posted a video up here in about a month, other than today. Just wanted to get everybody in the loop and in the know for what's going on, why it's going on, and whatsoever. So I'm gonna leave this as the background because why the fuck not? So for starters, as most of you may have heard by now, over the past number of days and 2 weeks, really, uh, there's been a lot of speculation about my status with USW, whether one side was holding out in contractual agreements or whether the other was, or whether there was a falling out and, I was refusing to sign or anything like that. And a lot of you were very aware of the fact that my contract would have needed to be extended, or the signature for the extended contract would have had to be signed by July 23rd. So a lot of you were very aware of that and understood the implications. And obviously, being at June 19th yesterday, a lot of people were wondering whether the deal was going to get done in time or whether I was going to be leaving USW again. And a lot of people were starting to speculate about what the status of my involvement with the company was. And I'm gonna make this very clear right now. Nobody has any bad blood against the other. I don't have bad blood or a feud with the company, nor does the company have a problem with me or have bad blood or a feud with me, and I don't have a problem with the company. The reason for why I was not signing my contract extension was because I was in talks with the higher ups in the company as to what my contractual options would be after the third term. Obviously, I'm a man of habit, I'm a creature of habit, as are all of us, and we don't like change. And when it comes to my financial security and stability, I like to know everything in advance. So, being as I would sign a contract extension today to throughout December, what I would have available to me at the end of December, what options I would have to go through and look at the end of December going forward. And I think all of that is cleared up. I'm ready to continue going. I signed my contract again, the third term of my contract again earlier this morning, and so I will be signed until or throughout December 18th, 2018, where my contract will have to be negotiated within a week before that. So around December 11th will be when I start to negotiate the new contract with USW, if there happens to be one. A lot of people were wondering whether I was going to sign or not because I wanted to sign a new contract, and there's a little bit of truth to that. But I wanted to keep going with this third term, as I had already filled out the necessities for my bonus for the end of the entire contract. So I've earned my bonus throughout the contractual agreement and obligation. So that allowed me a little bit more than I would have made had I just signed a new contract. And then when it comes down to my status going forward, a lot of people question whether I will be continuing forth as a pro wrestler part-time, or whether I'll be going as a pro wrestler full-time, or whatever it may be. And really, that's up to the company and what they decide to do with me and the direction they decide to put me in going forward. At the moment, I haven't had a match since April when I fought Kyle Reese. I didn't have a match at Retaliation, I believe it was. Was it Retaliation? No. It was whatever pay-per-view we had last. And I don't have a match at Warzone. I have a match coming up in a couple of days. So I have that to look forward to, and I have that to go through. But on top of all of that, I don't have a pay-per-view match until the middle of July. So a lot of people are wondering whether I was going to continue as a full-time wrestler or part-time wrestler or whatever may be happening, and that is a big reason for why I held out in the negotiations and in the conversation with my employers. I wanted to know whether they were going to sign me as a full-time, part-time manager, whatever it may be. after the contract was over. And so I wanted to know that, especially since the uh, financial details, though I don't make them public, would need to be made specific and would need to be definitive in order for me to kind of continue going forward. So I have re-signed. I will be signed to USW throughout December 18th, 2018, and the doors will be wide open for me with whatever choice I make after that. So just know for the next 6 months or so, I will be firmly property of USW. Property. Other than that, I did upload a couple of episodes of the Holy Cross Crusaders franchise mode earlier today, as you may have been aware if you watched the Welcome Back Once Again video. I don't know whether I'm going to continue the series post Season 3. I'm playing on an outdated video game with a roster that's been outdated for the past 2 years. I mean, probably half the team or more has graduated high school by now. I mean, guys that are mainstays of the series, guys that have been regulars in the roster, such as Tito Nieves and Zaire Roundtree and Tavian Whitehead and Mark August and then Alfonso Kanji, all those guys that were a part of the roster that I've been playing with over the past series have already, moved on to college and so on and so forth. So, the majority of guys that are on that team are have moved on to college, and so that roster is outdated. I'm also no longer in Holy Cross. I did not tell many people this, but I did leave Holy Cross in December for other opportunities, and the biggest opportunity was to graduate early. So I ended up graduating early at the end of January, but I was allowed to use the series moniker throughout the rest of the season. So if I do a season 4, my assumption would be, other than the fact that I brought Mark August and DeAndre Wallace up to the UFL rosters, Mark August and DeAndre will not be in the next series. So when it comes down to it, I don't know if Season 4 will be taking place in Madden 19, if I'll make a new roster somehow, despite the fact that I don't have the ability to look up a confirmed roster for the team going forward, because I'm obviously not at the school any longer. I don't know what the rosters are. That could be an option. I could just keep playing on Madden 17 with the outdated roster, but then it comes to beg the question of what will I do with the roster post that? Will I bring them all up to the UFL? Will I, just kind of close out or whatever? And obviously the last option would be what I've wanted to do for quite a while, which was the OP Holy Cross Crusaders franchise mode, where I maxed out everybody's stats and just obliterated everybody for a season. Wouldn't be too entertaining, but I'd make it work. I honestly have no clue what to do after Season 3. A few people have wanted me to continue the series. I don't know how I would continue it, but a few people have wanted me to continue the series. So if it is something that you want to see, if it is something that you want to have continue on the channel for a Season 4, then let me know. If I get some positive response on it, then I will absolutely not only take into consideration, but most likely start producing Season 4 because of the positive response. But if it's not going to be responded to, if you're better off without it, feel like it's worthy of notifying me that you want to see more, then I'll just consider it a lost cause and end the series at Season 3. Probably make an announcement a couple of weeks after the end of Season 3, which should be in a couple of days. But yeah, so if you want to see a Season 4 of the Holy Cross Crusaders franchise mode, let me know, and I will be absolutely happy to give you a Season 4. Along with that, a lot of people have asked me where my gaming or wrestling related videos have gone. It's just a lack of wanting to make content at the moment. I've got a lot of other projects to do. I've got the band, I've got wrestling, and I've got anything else that I have going for me, anything else that I want to keep going towards that kind of keeps me away from YouTube. YouTube's not really my main priority at the moment. As much as I would like it to be. It's really something that I can just make content when I want to make content and produce it to the masses. And if you want me to keep producing content regularly, I don't know if I'll be able to do that for the most part in the near future, but maybe by the end of the year I will be able to produce content more regularly for you. But I appreciate you staying with me nonetheless and following me through all of this. And with that, there's not much else to talk about. Vader died earlier this I guess Monday night. Big Cass got released yesterday, and yeah, the world's spiraling out of control in wrestling. So yeah, thank you for watching. I sincerely hope you enjoyed. Remember to comment and subscribe for more. I don't know why the fuck I did that outro. This is a fucking vlog. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go drown my sorrows in a bottle of tequila and half a worm. Adios.